Well met, lords and ladies, Jacob Butter speaking, and you can tell by the logo that I am. Oh, sorry, forgot it's an inverted camera. Got to change that setting. You can tell by the logo over here, apparently, that I am on StreamYard at the moment, which is not Restream, and it's the reason that I have tried to set this up in the way that I have. So essentially, this is like 3 comments already. It's like, okay, still somebody from quickly from before. He hasn't sent me. Yeah, you said that last time. Oh, I guess that's from like way earlier in the day. So yeah, not the same. Okay, Josh is here. Fine. We've got somebody who's actually like in the chat at the present moment. So yeah, basically, it says in the description, but my subscription to Restream Premium is going to renew. But actually, to be perfectly honest, since all the stuff that happened with Restream that I've had severe issues with, I'm actually considering switching to StreamYard to from this point onwards. So at the moment, you can see this a little bit worse quality because I'm on the free program. I'm not going to pay for the premium version without testing it first. So this is the test stream. And from what I've seen so far, so good. It's just that because of, again, the new computer thing from like all the way down here, that's it takes a while just to boot up in general. But once it gets going, it seems to be all right. So that's what I've got to go on for right now. So which reminds me, I need to load up Discord as well, so I can actually invite Aiden on. Yeah, it seems to be going just fine now, but yeah, it took like a long time to load before this point. But yeah, like sometime before midnight, I'm gonna have to hopefully conclude this so I can actually cancel that before, because I think it renews on the 6th supposedly, but I've like received conflicting things. Was like, oh, the end of the time is on the 5th, but it renews on the 6th or something ridiculous like that. So we're just gonna see. We're gonna see. Gonna have 1 day less of Restream, and that's you know what, I can live with that. Right. So where exactly do I invite? Okay. Let's see. Apparently this has a whole separate set of instructions. So we're going to see what that looks like. But anyway, this is also the thing that Treat Pop uses, if you've recognized it. So yeah, who knows? That's seems to work out relatively well for her. Whereas I think I'm actually, seems like I'm much closer to the screen than I normally am. It's the same camera, so I'm not sure what that's about. But there you go. Might just be because I've framed myself a little bit differently to normal. And because I'm on a new device, Discord has not been muted, so there we go. All right. Just to cook. It seems like Aiden's not on right now, but that's kind of my fault because it's yeah. But so basically, the thing that I need to test right now, of course, is the present mode, which is what it's called. This actually looks like the old format of Restream, so again, I'm already enjoying that. Apparently, it has like slides, extra camera. It has share screen too, but I'm not touching that button yet. We'll do another test some other day, potentially, maybe, not sure. But what we need right now is the video file. And unlike what happened with Restream before, where I had to put several videos into a storage, if they're not in my OneDrive, I can't put them on this device, can I? Because it's on the other one. I need to send myself some stuff. This is less of a test of StreamYard and more of a test of my this computer. Much like one of the other streams was, but then again, I've already covered that part. Okay, so yeah, Bonside Bakery episode. That's episode 4. Why are episode 4 and episode 3 not together? Doesn't make any sense to me. Oh, but it looks like, yeah, my Gmail's already already on, so that's at least something. Or did I just type that so quickly I barely even noticed? I don't quite know. And where is... Okay, that's weird. Oh, it copied the... Okay, that's strange. It copied the video onto like the title on Gmail. I've never seen that happen in my life ever. Okay, while we're looking at that, I'm going to test to see a few more things that are in here. So apparently there's a bunch of there's banners that you can use. So like we have before, there's brand stuff, which is I guess like the blue waves in the background, but I'm on full screen right now, so that doesn't work at the moment. Private chat is apparently in the corner, which is already better because it doesn't, you know, blast me in the face. And there are in fact there are in fact musical tracks that are in here. There's acoustic, cinematic, dance, pop, daydreaming, feed in the darks, interspace, lo-fi, night driving, and rock. And you can add your own music. You can add your own music. You can't do that on Restream. I don't have any music at the moment. I didn't know it was going to be an option. So let's see what acoustic cinematic sounds like. You know what? Not too shabby. I guess I'm so used to the Restream sounds that just they all sound the same. They all blend in now. Let's try lo-fi for a second because that's the one that I recognize was on Restream as well, was lo-fi out of all of those. Even that's kind of better. Seems like a theme of string instruments, considering the other one. That's something. Why does it not? Ah, there it is. Take a second to down. By the way, I can't put overlays on yet. Just a heads up there, because that seems to be, so that's why there was no like intro or anything this time. Can I add video clips in this version? Oh, I can, but I don't have the Gacha review intro on this device, so yeah, I will transfer that over. I'll have like a video directory of my frequently used assets in terms of video stuff. What's with this face cam? It's new. Well, I mean, the concept of face cam itself for me is not new, but because I'm, again, different logos, so we're testing out something new. To recap for, you know, whoever just arrived, my subscription to Restream ends either tomorrow or I guess in an hour and a half, my annual subscription, and I wanted to do a test to see whether or not it was actually better to use like something else, considering I've had so many issues with Restream. And it's looking quite promising so far, not gonna lie. But yeah, I think it actually cost exactly the same for the version that I would need for, like, you know, 1080p or something, if I end up going that far again. If it's if this face cam is working, then maybe I don't need 1080p quality for screens. I'm not really sure. It's, you know, all to play for. Okay, Ada says I joined a page, just needs to finish eating and get home. So we can probably get started now, because I have the things. So if I go into present video file, oh, it just brings them up. Okay, all right, and whoa, 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 whoa. We need to arrange a few more things first. I need to get rid of the music. Where is it? There we go. All right. Now we have something, and also you see this new background. So I guess I'm on the wrong side. I guess that, you know what, this kind of works. I like the idea of like being on the side here actually, because you know how like most reactors will put themselves like in the left corner, and I couldn't do that on Restream because I can change to like other formats as well. Most of them seem to be fairly left centric. This one's called news layout apparently. Breaking news! We have a new streaming service. Not streaming service, that's the wrong thing. Is this? Oh, okay. Invite a guest to see how this is. Okay, fine. A lot of these require guests. Yeah, I'm gonna stay in this one. I like this one, and also apparently for the backgrounds, I can add some blue waves. You know, some nice blue waves for their default. And if I upgraded, then I could add some more stuff. So there you go. It's it's quite interesting. Okay, well, don't think I need that right now. We're going to begin. So this is a Bonside Bakery episode 3. If you don't remember what happened last time, not too much. There's like mystical aspects in the sense that they're all fairies, or at least fey creatures of some kind. But they seem to mostly live as like other humans would. And the only other mystical supernatural thing is apparently this power core that's been transferred down into the main character's family, and that's what seems to. I mistook this last time. I thought it was like a power supply that they would use, but it seems to be much more geared into the sense of like it actually helps generate new unique recipes, and that's what makes the bakery so popular. So it's like a power of intelligence of some kind, I guess. So I'll correct myself from the previous stream. Just by the way my camera's framed, you can barely see my microphone anymore. I'm not blocking my own face anymore. Ah, that's nice. Because normally when it looks like I have it like up to here or something on Restream. Don't know why that's the case. Again, it's the exact same webcam as usual, but I'm not complaining. Honestly, this is looking pretty good so far, and we're still on the free version. How's it looking on like the YouTube side of things? So you're getting like, it should be like at 720 or something, or is it, is like you're just able to make out the content? That's the important part here. While you respond, I guess we'll start playing. So without further ado, on with the review.
Focus, I can't forget. I've been thinking too much lately. I just need to clear my head.
That's very loud for me, particularly. I can actually turn it down on my now. So much new equipment just in one fell swoop.
Hey, Reina.
Oh, hi.
And yes, the main character's name is Reina, and this character is Aurora. But we do have someone called Mira in this series, just to remind people about this. Anyway,
Aurora?
I wanted to talk to you about something.
Sure. What is it?
I, wanted to apologize for yesterday and for what I said at the bakery.
Oh yeah, so Aurora's like the mean girl character of the series, or at least has been so far. And the first couple episodes, she actually, obviously did the whole teasing routine of the main characters, but also at the end of last episode seemed to, like out of nowhere, instead of like doing like the whole difficult customer routine, she kind of did that at one point, but then she talked to Reina before and said like, oh, by the way, how is your bakery so popular? And she's like, well, I'm not going to tell you everything after what you said before, but I will reveal it has to do with family recipes. And lo and behold, the very next conversation they have, she seems to be apologizing and trying to potentially win her over. I'm just going to point out that Plankton did this exact same idea in SpongeBob a few times. So Take that for what it's worth. She can get her hands on that Krabby Patty secret formula? I guess we'll find out.
It's okay. Like you said anyways, there was a lot of tension everywhere in the room, so...
Thanks for
Yeah, it was like a difficult customer day. There was like one other person who was, doing a bit of like a little bit of a Karen routine, but yeah.
accepting my apology.
No problem. I have to get to my class now, though, so I'll see you later, I guess.
Wait, Reina, before you go anywhere, I also wanted to ask you something.
Sure?
Do you mind giving me one of your recipes?
Yep,
My
see, there we
recipes?
go. I knew she was
Why?
something.
Well, my mom really likes recipes, and she said she wanted to try and learn one for my family to enjoy. You know?
Very uneven.
Uh-huh. How can I know you're not lying? You know how precious these recipes are. I can't just go around giving them away.
Actually, she doesn't know how precious the recipes are because you haven't told her that they're, well, you kind of mentioned that they're family recipes and they're original ones, but you haven't said that they're like a close guarded secret. It was implied, but it's not like it's not like that's like a definitive. This series, having watched back the first couple episodes because it doesn't take long to catch up with this one, it seems like there's a bit of an issue of not quite saying as you know, but sort of implying as you know, because there are some things that certain characters will say that they're saying it as if someone's learning it for the first time, but they should already know. And there's other times where they say like, "Oh yeah, this should be common knowledge to you," but then they wouldn't know about it. So I don't know why, but it seems like I forgot the name of the creator of the video, so I forgot their name now. They're in the description. Have seems to have just like saying a character knows something verbally is supposed to make us think, oh yeah, well they must know this stuff too. Not only should we learn this new information, but the characters will already have the information. It's like, well, in this case, neither of those is entirely true.
I knew you would ask that.
Hey, Aurora, could you ask your friend Rain if you could keep one of her recipes? I'll have to use it myself. If you can, that'd be great. By the way, interesting text format, because normally they have like some, they're like straight lines. It's not like curves on the edges for like the rectangles or speech bubbles, but they're usually made straight because that will take up less space on the screen, and you can show like a particular thread. That one seems drawn by hand, but it didn't need to be. It's interesting that they opted for that decision, considering that was clearly typed digitally, but it was drawn manually.
Fine. I believe you. I'll give it to you at the bakery this evening, but...
What do you mean you believe that just like that there was no like sender on that. You don't know who that message was from. And bear in mind you can change someone's contact names anyway, so it wouldn't be much evidence to begin with. But the fact there's no name at all just seems very suspicious. It's kind of like if anyone's seen Willy Wonka the Chocolate Factory, like if Slugworth came up to you and was like, "Ah, yes, I got a text message." Like, what on earth are you talking about?
promise me not to tell anyone about the recipe.
Also, yeah, Raina's terrible at this. Like, the first scene was her explaining to her friends, and by proxy the audience, about the power core, and about her family bakery being a secret, and that being the secret of the family bakery. And at the time, you think, okay, that's like, I guess she might have like had that question be asked, and they're like your two close friends or something. And it's also a fun gag that this thing that she's describing as like a great mystical force been passed down through generations. Music to like go bit of business. Like that was a funny delivery, but the thing is, like in isolation that works, but then when you pair it up with the rest of the times when Reina just can't keep her mouth shut about any secrets at all, suddenly here we are. Well, apart from the power call to Aurora, but again, that barely counts. You talked about the recipes, and that's the real important part here.
Okay?
Yes, of course, Reina. Well, that's my cue. See you at the bakery, Reina. Toodles!
Yeah, she's like, what have I done? I'm an idiot. And I'm
Thanks for helping me carry the flour bag, Reina.
No need to thank me. It's my job.
Myra, could you not eat all the sweet bread for—
I have heard the character being called Mira before, so I think that's just a difference between how the voice actors pronounce it, which probably also means this was not proper. This was either a rush production, or it wasn't, or the director didn't want to step in.
once? Sorry.
Which, bear in mind, like I remember somebody in the first episode actually said that said that it was impressive how that was like Bonside Baker episode 1 came out in such a short span of time, which I think means that it was, I guess, like, the auditions were open or something, the script was being developed and whatever, and it came out relatively quickly. And for what it is, it looks it looks pretty visually, good. And I think I've talked about this in like some of the other episodes. Hopefully, I have anyway. A lot of the backgrounds are custom. The camera angles are, developed like like all the lines are probably synced. The music is not too overwhelming. Like again, production value wise, pretty solid. But potentially, it seems like this is done at a very fast pace, and it probably shouldn't have been. Because I've looked at the upload dates, and they're not too far apart from each other, which on the surface seems impressive, but then you kind of see like, oh, wait a minute, maybe they're cutting corners somewhere else. Suspicious, unaccepted, what could possibly go wrong? Exactly. And yet, here we are.
It's just really good. I can't help it.
It's fine, Cynthia. We have more of those baking in the back.
Yeah, and sweetbread is a pretty common thing around here.
Well, alright then.
Speaking of bread, I should probably get back to the oven and check on it.
Welcome.
Just the...
Ahem.
Okay, how did you not know that she was right there? You were talking to her, and she was like a reveal or something for the camera. Like she was looking straight at her this whole time. It's like, ah, yes, welcome, person that. Oh, it's you. Like, of course it is. Who else is it gonna be?
What would you like to order?
I'm not here to order anything, but what I am here for...
Oh, right.
Also, I just remembered something. I thought that I remember that in the last episode, Mira and the other friend decided to like help out. I thought that was like for the day, but I guess they're just permanently here for a time. Or not. That's not permanent, is it? Temporarily here, but for a longer time is what I meant to say.
Give me a second. Here.
Thank you, Reina. This'll be a big help.
Just for a second.
You're welcome, I guess.
Well, I'll be off now. Goodbye.
What was all of that about?
If I were Reina, I'd just given her a fake recipe to see what she does with it first, and then figure out if it's gonna, crash and burn from there.
Yeah, was that a recipe you gave her?
It sure was.
What? Why would you give her a recipe? She could be up to no good with that.
I know, but she said it was for her mother. She even showed me proof of that by showing me one of her texts.
You're all the... Like, again, she can change the name, and there was no, like, text there that... Like, what? Not to mention as well, I think on, like... Oh, wait, no, never mind. It was from, like, the proper side that would have been, like, sent from somebody else. Like, she could have just been testing that to herself, honestly. She didn't even need another person involved, but she could just ask if necessary. And also, all the text said was like, hey, can you get the message for me? Would it be great? So it's like, well, okay, sure. So Aurora, who, I don't trust, I couldn't give her a recipe, but since it's for Aurora's mum, a woman that I have never met before, but raised the person I didn't trust, clearly this will be fine. Like, my goodness.
Well, have you ever thought of the fact that that text could have been fake?
Apparently
Reina,
not.
you gotta stop being so nice to her sometimes. You know
I mean, sure, not being stop being so nice is fine, but also stop being an idiot, like just a straight up idiot.
what she's capable of doing. But guys, it's fine, right? There's not much harm she can do with just one recipe. Well, we'll see about that.
Yeah, we'll see. Depends if which recipe it was. If it was the recipe for like the appetizer or something, then you might be fine. But if it's a recipe for like one of the big dishes of the store, then the bakery, then oh wait a minute, what am I saying? It's a bakery. They don't have appetizers in bakeries, do they? what am I saying? If it's like their star product, then it would be an issue. If it's like a random thing that not people order, then maybe you'll be fine. Also, they fed it out before the background did, so they weren't pre-rendered. Anyway, the next day, here we are.
Do you guys know how to make time go faster?
Okay, this is an interesting tactic. What they've done here, because you see, yeah, this is something I first noticed in Music Freaks actually. Of like, if this was done, where like half of the table was like bisected, so it was like at the bottom of the screen, and you just I just imagine that either they put the chairs there, you imagine that they're there, and then you can fit more than the usual amount of characters on the screen at a given moment in time. And you know, that seems like an interesting method. But however, in this case, this isn't just like your average like lunch table or something. This is a desk in a classroom. So I know that they're usually like 2x2 things. You know, maybe you'll get like a 3x3 desk sometimes, or maybe you'll get in some places there are like they're like big tables where you'll have like a ton of people, you know, all around them. That's actually quite a common thing that I got at the university I went to, because a lot of the classes that we had involved peer discussion. So it was made in a way that you could discuss with a bunch of people or split off if you needed to. But in this case, you can see in the background that all of the desks are regular size, and they happen to have the only giant one just for the sake of having them all sit together. I posed the question, would it not have been better to have like a 2x2 desk in this same formation? Maybe it doesn't go across the entirety of the screen. And then you can cut between two different versions of that for the different characters, or potentially if you want to have them all on screen at once, just, you know, resize them so that you can be like a little bit further apart if you don't want to cut back and forth between them, rather than making me question why on earth they get special privilege and have the only 3-person desk facing a different direction to the other desk, may I say, because all the chairs are pointing that way. That way. I need to fix the camera, it's inverted. That, you know, what was I saying? Yeah. Would it be better to like question that they're facing a different direction? It just seems to just doesn't add up. They're talking to a wall right now.
Why?
Yeah, see, look, they cut to him. Oh, well, okay, never mind. It's a cafeteria, so I guess that's okay. That changes things a little bit, actually, because now you can see that the tables, like, they have like different angles on the sides, but they're all super small in comparison. Like from the perspective shot, you would think like, okay, you would need to have like not occupy the full space. You need to like shrink them down so they're proportionate to the characters, and then you would have like one like them positioned on different sides of each of them. You could even actually play around with that a little bit, of like having to switch like two characters around if they're already presynced. That you can just flip the pre-rendered keyframes on a different layer of the program, and then go back and forth between ones that you can't see. That actually is kind of an interesting idea. That's something you can't easily do in live action because they usually have to like leave room for a camera. They make fun of that in Victorious at one point. Andre says that why is no one sit on the other side of the table? And it's like, yeah, why is that? There's no reason for that. It's because there's a camera there all the time. In animation, you don't have that restriction. Now that I'm saying that, I actually might use that idea for a scene in Alpha Witch Academy if I get back to editing that one. So I'm gonna have to remember that one. But yeah, that's what they should have done here for sure.
I want to eat more
Not to mention as well, they have 3 people on one side of the table and 1 person on the other. Like, spread yourselves out. It's gonna feel very left out of the group.
pastry. I mean, help out at the bakery again. Yeah.
You've already had enough yesterday, Myra.
Classic Earth Pop Mirror.
Too much is too bad for your health.
But
Aurora? See?
Aurora in a cafeteria of the school that we both go to. And I guess he's like meant to show like that's the recipe, but it's a blank piece of paper, so we don't know if that's necessarily the same one or not.
This is why you should never trust her, Reina.
I didn't know she was going to do this.
Well, you should have done, because you're an idiot.
Okay?
Well, we have to figure out
Yeah, leave me alone. It's not my fault I missed very obvious signals, okay?
some way to retrieve it somehow.
Retrieve it? The damage is done. She shared it around. Well, it's a photo on her phone or something. Yeah, that recipe's gone now. You know, keep the others.
Reina?
Give the recipe back to me, Aurora!
Not unless you pay for it.
I won't pay for something that's already mine!
Now, no need to shout at me. This recipe belongs to me now.
Look at there's so many people in the background now. Like, where do they all come from? Did they angle the table so there are 2 people, so that they were precisely in the empty spots? The fact that there's extras here now raises more questions than if there just weren't any to begin with.
After all, you were the one who gave me permission. Unless you pay for it, I won't be giving it back anytime soon.
But Aurora, that's my recipe. Give it back or I'll tell the principal.
Aw, you gotta tell the principal. That's
Yes.
a shame. What are you going to tell them? That you so heartily gave me a recipe?
You've really got some nerve.
Reina, Aurora, come to my office this instant.
Okay. Again, the voice actor misread that line. I think they must have thought that there's a character whose name was Reina Aurora. Not that there was a thing that said Reina, comma, Aurora, comma, come to my office, which is how it would have been written in the script if it was formatted correctly. If it wasn't, then that's an issue on the scriptwriter. But then again, the director, who usually is the scriptwriter as well, should have picked up on that when the lines came in.
This is getting ridiculous.
This is getting ridiculous. This one conversation that I walked into that started at this level has not escalated because it was already like this, is getting ridiculous. That's, yeah, clumsy writing there for sure.
Yes, ma'am.
What has gotten into you two? Do you know how much ruckus you created in the cafeteria?
Yes, barely any. Like, here's the thing about the extras, is they were out of focus, so we can't really see if they reacted or not, but they didn't seem to care. Like, no one... and also they were barely raising their voices, which, again, might be an acting issue more so than anything else, but yeah, they were having an argument for sure, but it wasn't like they weren't like yelling at each other at the top of their lungs or anything, or like having like a physical altercation or causing, again, much ruckus at all. So I would say, it's bad that they, had this, they were in this situation to begin with, but like, is it really the worst thing?
Kids are trying to study.
In the cafeteria? What do you mean they're trying to study? Like, she was there in the... What is going on?
I'm sorry, Miss Aurora. She stole my recipe. I was only trying to get...
Again, I'm sorry, Miss Aurora. Like, it's not... I'm sorry, Miss, comma, Aurora. She was trying to... Like, it's... Or, I'm sorry, Miss, exclamation mark, new sentence. Aurora, exclamation mark, new sentence. Like... Yeah, I'm starting to think it was more of a scripting issue than it was, because it's happened twice in the span of, like, a minute.
Get it back.
Well, you came along and started screaming at me, and was the one who started the argument.
Stealing something and trying to make
Man, I love the whole, like, they're doing, like, the she started it routine. Jeez.
money off of it is not a good thing.
You were the one who gave me permission to keep...
Enough! It doesn't matter who started what. You both will be cleaning the school this evening.
Cleaning the school. Okay, maybe they have to amp up the punishment because they're fairies and they can, fly around at, like, higher speeds. They can finish a task if they want to, like, keep them for a certain amount of time. They have to amplify it. But cleaning the entire school for having, like, a very mild verbal disagreement when no one else cared at all, that does not seem right.
But, Miss...
What's done has been done. Now do as I say, or I'll take it further into giving you a suspension.
That honestly seems better than cleaning the school. Like, it should have been suspension first, and then if there's more of a threat, cleaning the school. I'm guessing this is probably just like a clumsy setup for a, like enemy characters having to be in a room together and they're trapped with each other, so they have to, find some common ground or something. I don't know. It's probably gearing up towards that, but like, my goodness, this setup.
Understood.
You both are dismissed.
Reina, are you okay?
No.
What did the principal say?
She said that I have to clean the school this evening.
It's alright. We'll open the bakery for you today.
Thanks, but I'm more upset about the recipe. If my mom finds out that one of the recipes is gone, then...
Well, you said that she could keep it anyway, so if you're worried about her finding out the recipe was gone at all, then you should have not given it to her in the first place.
Reina, your mother is a nice person. She'll understand.
I guess so, but I still feel guilty.
It'll be okay. I'll make you raspberry lemonade when you get back from cleaning.
Thanks, Mira. And you guys too.
Raspberry
Well,
lemonade
what are
sounds
friends
actually
for?
amazing.
Alright, that's the bell. We
Dang, I
better
would
get to
raspberry
class.
lemonade now. That sounds amazing. Anyway, F is skewed. By the way, another thing about Streamlabs is that the pause button is actually very small in the corner, so actually I don't have to worry about it. Pretty nice.
Hey, Mom.
Hello, Reina. As usual, I wanted to check in. How's things going? Did you eat breakfast this morning?
Yeah, I did. And things are going great. It's going great.
That's lovely. I'm glad.
I mean, I will say it's probably again an acting thing, but she's at least able to keep her cool here.
Things are going well over there. Anywho, I better get going now. I'll call you again tomorrow, dear.
Bye.
Hey,
What do you want?
here, take it.
You're giving it back to me?
Wow, you have a mother as well? That gives us a common ground. Is her name Martha, perchance?
What does it look like?
Thank you.
I think, again, this is supposed to be a case of, like, she relates to the pressure from her mother, but, like, again, the mother thing could have been fake to begin with, and it seemed like it absolutely was. So if that's what we're going with, it's very, very flimsy.
Yeah, whatever.
Anyway, I'm gonna mute that. I forgot there's something at the end of these. I don't know if there is, and yep, we're done with that one. We have one more episode to get through, but oh god, that was something. The other episodes were they were like average, you know. They're fun to look at, and I like the idea that it's not like a huge super plot where it's like there's like intense lore or something. It's mainly a slice of life that has like some fantastical elements. But yeah, that one where it just seems like the main character is digging their own grave, not because they're like overwhelmed or something, but just because of really, really dumb decisions, and that just does not sit well with me. Like, having characters be dumb is one thing, but like there's usually like a reason. There's like a good way to do a dumb character, a smart way to write a dumb character, and this just wasn't it for me. So yeah, it kind of seems like there's like a checklist that the creator wants to get through, as far as like I want to do a scene that seems like this. I want to do a scene that serves this purpose. I want to do this and that, but there's no like way to get to those or a reason that they would need to be here. It's more like, hey, what's a fun idea? Mean girls and main characters being like put in a room together or having to feel some sort of punishment. How are we going to get there? Doesn't matter. We're just going to do it. And that's the thing that's missing right here. Is like nothing, like the things that happen in this one, they seem to set things up, or it kind of goes back to the idea of like the audience having to know certain things. The creator seems to like think that the audience will do kind of like the heavy lifting for the series. And to some extent, they have done that because, this is one of those like, very highly praised gacha videos or gacha series. But yeah, this shouldn't need to be the case. Like, yeah, sometimes making your audience think is like a good idea, but again, there's some balance to that. There's like one side of like, okay, we'll pose some interesting questions while here's some stuff on the surface level, and you can enjoy the series one way or the other. And then there is, of course, the other extreme of that, where it's like, like Sense by Buns, the anime, where you have to rewatch the video multiple times, and the creator has to explain it 3 separate times in order to account for that. This isn't quite as bad as that. It's like that. That's like the huge extreme. This one is sort of like in between this and Klamai season 1, as far as confusion and the creator assuming that we're on the same page. But yeah, let's see if that was a lesson that was learnt for the next episode. Because, yeah, we have 2 more episodes, by the way, not for today. 1 episode for today and 1 for some other time. So we're going to bring that one up, and hopefully Aiden shows up sometime before this video ends. But if not, then I guess we'll just carry on with back with the blue waves and back with the same intro, which I'm going to mute because of copyrights. Kaikyuko, that was the name of the person. All right. Like Arena's VA always gets like a credit like after. Weird to me, but there you go.
Thank you guys for opening the bakery this evening while I was gone.
No problem. I'm also glad that you like.
You know, like the opening the bakery this evening. The bakery opens in the evening, or does you mean like, you know, since I was gone this evening and now it's evening, she's back from cleaning the school. Which, by the way, okay, I guess that kind of means like they skipped that portion where, okay, I guess I was wrong from last episode. They weren't going up towards a main character and bully character being like forced into close proximity. That would have been a good time to do some like, you know, introspection with the 2 characters, or potentially maybe even have like an episode to themselves, which probably would have been easier to, you know, animate. But I guess not. I guess they cleaned the entire school within the span of a few hours, and now she is back in the evening, probably around closing time of the bakery. So everything all that they were building up to in the last episode has been skipped over. Cool.
The lemonade I mean, what Adrian made.
I mean, you're the one who offered to make lemonade before, right? I guess Adrian had to take over.
You're
all right.
welcome, Mira.
Well, it's getting late.
Oh, we didn't even see her like have lemonade. We didn't see what raspberry lemonade looks like. Like, again, everything that was like said, like, oh, you know, this will happen. We just like, oh yeah, it happened now. Sorry you didn't see it.
Well, you better get home now.
Yeah, me too. See you tomorrow, guys.
See you. I should probably
I feel like they were like very small in comparison to her as I like flew off.
leave as well. I'm kind of exhausted after cleaning the school and helping out at the bakery.
Oh, so she did help out the bakery too. Again, so much happened. Like, imagine if this scene got skipped. Hey, someone broke in. Okay. Interesting. So someone who knows about the power core. And yeah, it's a good thing to like have the character, you know, concealed or something at this point. But you know, dare I say, since we're the audience here, look at the wings. Everyone has like different types of wings in this universe, so it's actually kind of rounded down significantly once you know that. And of course, they must know about the power core to begin with. But yeah, Aurora's going to be the main suspect,
Friday.
probably.
I'm so excited for the weekend.
Just like there's a running glass of water there. That's nice. Oh, and it actually seems to have like a proper well, not proper. I know, yeah, but a proper like I guess like translucentness to it. It's like it's like the like it. What I'm trying to say is like it's not a refraction, but it doesn't. It's not like refracted light at all at that point. It's just it seems like because I remember doing this for season 3, episode 2 of Mutant Girl, where there's like a glass that would be like, you know, passed around, and it was like partially masked, so you could actually see the characters a little bit less. It would seem like less clear. It's like a bit mistier, and that's what is actually happening there. So that's a nice touch.
Honestly, same.
Oh, gee, look at those wings. Not saying it's him necessarily, but again, rounds it down
Here,
significantly.
I'm pretty
And hey, I know the glass on the other side. I was thinking about the other 2 characters, so prepared to do that at least.
exhausted.
Hey, Reina, I have a...
Oh, and there's the plate and the fork too. Sorry, I was like, that was underneath. I missed those out. But yeah, there's a plate and a fork on the table. There probably should be like actual food there, but hey, at least someone had some food in this place. And not everyone's just studying, which people do at the cafeteria, apparently.
Question.
What is it?
Did you ever get the recipe back from Aurora yesterday?
I did, actually. I didn't expect to get it back.
Again, she might have a picture on her phone, honestly.
Wow, really? That's rather surprising. She's not the type of person to do that usually.
Hey now, let's not gossip about others, shall we?
Okay,
Let's not gossip about others.
okay, I won't.
Like, up until now, everyone seemed to be on the same page as far as that goes. Also, yeah, Adrian has the same wings as well, so it's definitely one of those two.
So, Reina, when is your mom coming back?
Oh, well, I'm pretty sure she's gonna come back in a few days.
Guys?
What is it?
Look! The bakery!
Okay, that's a decent attempt at a glass shattered effect. The thing is that I guess if you don't have the background inside to make it look clearer, then you kind of have to go with this format. And also, it does seem like at least like some of the light, the reflection of the light has been taken out of that part. So yeah, like it does seem like this image is a bit more heavily edited than you think it might be, but it's just that there were some things that could not be helped in this case. So you know what? I'll appreciate that.
Oh no! The power cord.
Okay, now they're back inside and it's just day again. Which again, limitations of creative backgrounds, but I feel like they could have like maybe dimmed the lights or something.
It's gone!
That's terrible!
Should we call the police?
Yes, please, do it quickly.
Alright, hang on.
Did you find any evidence?
Hello, with the police.
I'm very sorry to say this, but the suspect has left no trace of fingerprints or any evidence of the sort.
There's like a broken window. Is there like nothing to do with that
Well,
one?
what are you going to do now?
We'll have to close the bakery for at least a few days to further.
Are there cameras in the bakery? Perhaps, probably not, because it's they're on a budget. But hey, if they're not having to, I thought they would not having to pay for electricity beforehand because of the power source. But yeah, no, not this time.
investigate.
A few days?
Yes, I apologize, but we'll try to investigate this as quickly as we can.
Alright, thank you.
I'm so sorry that happened, Reina.
It's fine, I guess.
Whoever stole it will get a taste of my fists!
It's fine, Mira.
Oh yeah, she's I like how she's not known to be like a very violent character. So that definitely shows that either she has a violent side or she's just she feels like that's what she's going to do and she's going to step up when no one else would. So there's like a little bit to read into there for Mira.
What's done has been done.
How are you going to tell your mother about this?
I don't know. If I tell her, I know she'll be angry.
But it wasn't your fault. You were you were either at school, you were at home because it happened during the night, and it wasn't you that broke in. And I presume that the place has insurance on it. Hopefully, I mean the power cord thing. She's gonna be mad that it got stolen, but not mad at you for allowing it to be stolen. It's only to have been her to install like a proper alarm system, if anything.
I don't want to lose the trust that she has for me.
How will she ever trust me again if a burglar broke in when I wasn't around?
Well, you have to tell her at some point, right?
Yeah, I'm just hoping the police will find the power cord before my...
Like, she's taking responsibility as well, for the record. Like, she was like, yes, call the police, It's not like she could have done the classic, 80s and 90s movie thing where it's like, no, we can't call the police because then, such and such thing will happen, or, we'll lose this thing, or, they'll think we're crazy. Whatever, that excuse was. Like, well, we better take matters into our own hands. No, this time she actually, Jesse said, like, okay, no, they're going to investigate. That's what's going to happen. They didn't say whether or not she'd keep the bakery open in that meantime, because, that might interfere with stuff, but yeah, who knows?
My mother gets back here. Hey, Mom.
Hello, Reina. I have some great news for you.
Like her phone, by the way, is the exact same shade of green as her, like, jumper.
What is it?
With some quick discussions with the property owners, they said I might be able to come back home early. But it's not quite confirmed yet.
Wait, what? I mean, that's great to hear, Mom. I've missed you.
I've missed you too, Reina. Anyway, I don't want to hold on to you any longer now. I bet it's a busy day at the bakery, huh?
Technically not incorrect. You know what? You're not wrong.
Yep, you guessed it. I'll see you later. Bye.
Are you seriously gonna lie to your mom like that?
I just don't want her to be mad at me.
Of all
Lying
the
won't
dumb
help
decisions they took,
anything, Reina. The further you lie, the more consequences you'll have later on.
Cynthia's right, Reina.
I'm sorry. Stress is just piling up on me and I can't think straight.
I know how you feel. We'll work this out together.
I wonder who stole the power core, and only a few people know about it. No, Reina, what matters is that they find the power core soon enough.
You know, I've just thought about this. The way that like fairies would sleep in this universe, or like on regular beds, would be the most uncomfortable thing imaginable. Like if you sleep on your back, like your wings are so thin they might just like crush them by accident. If you sleep on your side like this, then there's a chance one of them might snap. And if I guess your front would be your only option at that point, like on a regular bed. So honestly, if I ever like write stuff to do with fairies or something, I'm just gonna have them sleep upside down or something, or like you know, in like T-posing recliners or something, so their wings are fine. I don't know, have like their own invention.
Why does this have to happen to me?
Mira, no, Raina's to clear her head for sure, but not for that reason. Okay. Let me just it's interesting. Solo layout versus there's a way to change the thing. Okay. Never mind. Okay, so episode 4 did in fact pick up from episode 3. So it's kind of interesting because it's like how like My Street seasons will have like a really strong opening and a really strong ending, and then most of the time, not always, but they do tend to like peter off in the middle with a few exceptions. And by which I mean like a few essential episodes. So I guess in the sense of like if we followed that idea, then yeah, the episode 3 must have been the worst one. So yeah, the finale was probably going to be perfectly fine. But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, it still wasn't that good because clearly she's still making the worst decisions imaginable. But at least that seemed to be like a through line of this, because with episodes 1 and 2, I wasn't quite sure where the plot was going necessarily. And I thought that was okay because it was a slice of life thing. But this one is like, okay, we're going to have a few more bits in here. I think maybe the disadvantage is the fact that there's only 5 episodes. And so you had to cram all this stuff into something that was very, very quick. So yeah, we have 2 suspects right now for who broke into the bakery in the first place, because you have to somebody who knows about the power core in the first place. This is some random person, which would be the most unsatisfying thing ever. That does not seem like it's not seem like it would be a fun thing to think about. So yeah, that's that's what I can say about that. But yeah, looking forward to the finale because I guess most likely they're going to say that she's going to come back early and there's going to be a race against the clock to, you know, get this all sorted. At least fix the window, because that's going to be the big obvious thing to, you know, talk about. Who knows? Maybe like a Home Alone movie where it's like, Kevin, the window's broken. It's like forgot to solve that at the end or something. I don't know. Who is to say? But yeah, I'm like, okay, you know, it's picking up again, but man, was episode 3 rough. But oh well, what do you lot think? Please leave a like or dislike, because your opinion matters. Subscribe to us already, and I'm off to cancel my subscription to Restream, my annual one, because it seems like StreamYard is a winner, unless some of you lot think that it hasn't worked out. But I personally think it honestly really has. All I have to test now is a guest arriving, but you know, Aiden should have been here, unless he's been waiting somewhere and I haven't seen him. Any message from him on Discord? Nope. So he just didn't. Yeah, I guess that's one mystery for next time. But hey, if I'm going to get a cheaper service that does most of the stuff but better, might as well be this one. So yeah, StreamYard for the win, I suppose. Restream sucks. But yeah, what do you lot think? Obviously, let me know. Subscribe to us already, naturally speaking. And on that note, until next time, farewell.